Imagine standing in the middle of a savanna, the golden grass swaying gently in the warm breeze. Suddenly, the earth beneath your feet trembled, not from a storm, but from the slow, deliberate footsteps of a giant. The African elephant, the largest land animal on Earth, had made its presence known. These magnificent creatures weren't just enormous. They carried an air of ancient wisdom, like living relics of a world untouched by time. Weighing up to 14,000 pounds and towering 13 feet tall, they were nature's gentle giants. Their massive ears flapped lazily, almost as if they were fanning themselves. But these weren't just for show. Those ears were their survival tool, regulating body temperature under the unforgiving sun. But their size wasn't what made them captivating. It was their sheer resilience. These creatures roamed vast landscapes, drinking up to 50 gallons of water in a single day, their trunks acting as multifunctional marvels, strong enough to uproot trees, but gentle enough to pluck a single flower. One could only imagine how much effort it took to sustain such a massive body, day after day. Yet, these majestic beings thrived, their presence both commanding and serene. They were peaceful, but they weren't defenseless. Elephants were known to charge at threats with unstoppable force, proving that even the calmest giants could unleash unimaginable power when provoked. Still, as astonishing as the African elephant was, it wasn't the only giant on Earth. There were creatures even more fearsome, lurking in unexpected places, defying the imagination. What came next wasn't a calm presence. It was a predator that ruled the rivers with stealth and power. The river was still, its surface shimmering under the sun, as if hiding secrets in its depths. The silence was broken by a sudden ripple, then a massive scaled back, breaking through the water like a ghostly shadow. It was the saltwater crocodile, the largest and most fearsome reptile on Earth. Stretching up to 23 feet long and weighing over 2,000 pounds, this prehistoric predator wasn't just massive, it was a force of nature. Watching it move was like witnessing a living relic, unchanged by millions of years, as if time itself had bowed to its might. These creatures were built for survival, their thick armor-like scales protecting them from almost anything nature could throw their way. Their jaws, though, were their most terrifying feature, capable of snapping shut with a force stronger than any animal on land or sea. It could crush bones as if they were twigs, and yet it didn't always hunt with violence. Sometimes it would lie perfectly still, blending into its surroundings, a silent predator waiting for the perfect moment. Just when its prey thought it was safe, the crocodile would explode into action, a burst of power that left no chance for escape. Despite its ferocity, there was something strangely mesmerizing about it. This wasn't just a creature. It was a reminder of the raw power and beauty of nature, a balance of survival and instinct. But even this fearsome predator was nothing compared to what swam in the deepest parts of the ocean. Hidden beneath the waves, a true giant ruled, a creature so massive, its size alone could leave anyone in awe. The river may have held its king, but the ocean held a legend. Far away from the rivers and jungles, deep in the endless blue of the ocean, there existed a creature so immense, it defied comprehension. The blue whale, the largest animal ever known to have lived on Earth, swam gracefully through the vast waters, its sheer size making even the largest ships look insignificant. At nearly 100 feet long, longer than a basketball court, and weighing up to 200 tons, this gentle giant wasn't just enormous, it was majestic. Its heart alone weighed over 400 pounds, the size of a small car, beating steadily as it powered life through this colossal being. What made the blue whale truly remarkable was its gentle nature. Despite its size, it thrived on some of the smallest creatures in the ocean, tiny shrimp-like krill. With a single gulp, it could take in up to 4 tons of water and krill combined, filtering its food with the precision of a master craftsman. It was a quiet giant, rarely seen, and even more rarely understood. But when it surfaced, releasing a geyser of mist into the sky with its powerful breath, it was as if the ocean itself was exhaling. However, for all its grace, there was an air of mystery surrounding the blue whale. Its calls, low, haunting sounds that could travel for miles underwater, seemed like messages from a distant world. Some said these calls were a way to communicate with other whales. Others believed they were echoes of an ancient time, a language we could never truly decode. And just as the ocean was endless, so was the intrigue of this creature. But even the mighty blue whale was not the largest being to ever exist on this planet. There was something else, something from a world long gone. It wasn't a creature of the present, but a memory of the past, an animal so large it seemed like a myth. To learn its story was to take a step back into a time when the earth itself looked different. Millions of years ago, when lush forests covered the earth and the skies were alive with creatures we could only imagine, there walked a titan that dwarfed everything around it. The Argentinosaurus, the largest dinosaur to ever roam the planet, was not just an animal. It was a monument to the Earth's prehistoric past. Stretching over 100 feet from head to tail and weighing nearly 110 tons, this plant-eating giant was a living mountain, moving through its ancient world with slow, deliberate steps. Its neck alone was as long as a school bus, rising high above the treetops, where it could graze on leaves untouched by any other creature. There was something humbling about imagining such a massive being existing in a world without humans. How did it live? How did it survive in a time when survival was a constant battle? The Argentinosaurus may have been enormous, but its size also made it vulnerable. It needed to consume vast amounts of vegetation just to sustain its massive body, and every step required immense energy. Despite its peaceful nature, it lived under the constant shadow of predators, smaller, but faster, and no less dangerous. The thought of such a creature existing once upon a time is almost impossible to grasp. Its footprints, which could form shallow ponds in today's world, were all that remained of its journey. Scientists pieced together its existence from fragments of bones, each discovery painting a clearer picture of a life that felt more like a legend. And yet, for all its grandeur, Argentinosaurus wasn't a predator, nor did it strike fear. It simply existed, a reminder of a time when the Earth's scale was beyond anything we see today. But there's something even more mysterious than the largest creatures of the past. Beneath the icy waters of the Southern Ocean, a being exists that challenges all we think we know about life. It's not just the size of this creature that leaves us speechless. It's what we still don't understand about it. A true mystery of nature was about to surface. Beneath the freezing, inky depths of the Southern Ocean, far away from human eyes, swam a creature shrouded in mystery and unmatched in its intrigue, the colossal squid. Unlike the gentle giants of the land and sea that came before it, the colossal squid was an enigma. It wasn't just its immense size that baffled scientists, though that alone was staggering. This deep-sea dweller could grow up to 46 feet long, its tentacles stretching out like ghostly arms in the dark waters. Each of those tentacles was lined with sharp, rotating hooks, a reminder of its place as a predator in the cold, shadowy abyss. What made the colossal squid so fascinating wasn't just its rarity, but its silence. Few had ever seen it alive, and those who did could barely comprehend its existence. With eyes the size of basketballs, the largest in the animal kingdom, it could detect faint light in the ocean's midnight zone, where no sunlight ever reached. Imagine those massive, unblinking eyes, staring into the endless dark, always watching, always waiting. Its beak, hidden at the center of its body, was as sharp and unforgiving as a blade, capable of slicing through even the toughest prey. And yet, for all its monstrous features, it wasn't an animal to fear. The colossal squid was a creature to marvel at, a reminder that our world still held secrets in its depths, beyond the reach of human understanding. Every sighting, every piece of evidence about its life, was a clue to a puzzle that had no clear answer. It was humbling to know that even with all our technology and exploration, there were giants like the colossal squid that lived beyond our grasp, hidden in the dark waters, existing on their terms. This was the mystery of nature, its ability to surprise, to inspire, and to remind us of how small we truly are. From the plains of Africa to the rivers, oceans, and prehistoric lands, these giants told stories of survival, adaptation, and wonder. They reminded us that the world we live in, vast and diverse, was still full of awe-inspiring moments if we only took the time to look.